Yeah, yeah. Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burton bogeys, hole in one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Got my clubs in the trunk, blunt in the front. Tee off in the noon, cause we don't bunt. Discuss in the course, weed strains for lunch. Straight shooters on the greens, not a front. Pitch, put and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Smoking aces, laces tied tight. With a puff we fly, elevate the night. Golf ball soaring, higher than a kite. Fairway to heaven, shining real bright. Pitch, put and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff.
Welcome back to another episode of the Pitch, Putt, and Puff podcast. My name is Roger, aka RGB. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Before we get rolling, we got to give a shout out to a few sponsors. Starting off with Mulligan Wear. Make sure you guys go check out Mulligan Wear on Instagram at @mulliganwear_. Go to the link in bio. Bring it right to his page. He's got a dope line of hats, polos, got the hoodies for the wintertime. But go check him out. A new line of polos and hats just dropped. Always got something new coming out. Check him out, @mulliganwear_ on Instagram. Click the link in the bio. Use promo code PUFF10. PUFF10 will save you 10% at checkout. Make sure you guys go check out his fire merch over there. I'll be rocking some gear for the 4th of July. Also, we got Back Nine Botanicals. Make sure you guys check out Back Nine Botanicals. They're leaders in the CBD game of the golf world right now. They currently have the Birdie Boost, the Tea Time Sunrise, the Moonlight Mulligan, as well as the Muscle and Joint Therapy Stick, as I have here. And the THC shooters, the strawberry, the orange, and the passion fruit. So go get your hands on those. Back9botanicals.com. Use promo code TPUFF10. TPUFF10 will save you 10% at checkout. Make sure you guys go and take advantage of that. Definitely, I recommend for if you're having any trouble sleeping, definitely get your hands on the Moonlight Mulligan. That CBN that really kicks in and does the trick. So make sure you guys use promo code TPUFF10 at back9botanicals.com. Then we got my guy Marty over Trouble Off the Tee, troubleofftetee.com. Promo code PUFF20 will save you 20% on his dope line of hats. He's got the Never Lay Up, Scratch Golfer, I'll Go Alone, Gulf of America, Camel Chasing. Coming out with some more down the line, but don't forget to check out the audiobook as well, Trouble Off the Tee. It's available on Spotify and Audible. Now with the hats, they also come with a magnetic ball marker here, as well as a playlist. There's a QR code right on the inside of the hat. You scan the QR code and brings up a pretty dope playlist. So go check out troubleofftetee.com, promo code PUFF20 to save yourself 20%. And then last but not least, we got Athletic, ATHLETHC.com. These guys got the 2 milligram mints, perfect for every point of your day, the power, flow, and rebound. I'm not going to really knock on your ass, but give you something nice little flow throughout the day. So go check them out, Athletic, ATHLETHC.com. Use promo code PUFF and find yourself a special discount over there. But today we're going to do a little bit of the recap show. Got the recap show cooking up here. Winner. Got my 3rd win of the season. Bub is on a hot one. Birdie Bub is on a hot one right now. He shot at 81 today, coming off his 79 from the other day, and probably recorded his 5th or 6th W of the season. So shout out Birdie Bub and myself taking home some cash today. I didn't play great on the backstretch. Got myself in a little trouble with some putts. Had a pretty decent front. Just really inconsistent with the short game. But back nine really started. I've been struggling on the back lately. I don't know what it is. It's the easier 9 holes of the course, but unfortunately, I just can't put it together. My second shots are really, really killing me. Sometimes, I'm not getting off the tee great either, so a lot of work to do still. I ended up with a 92, but Bub's 81 was one stroke better than, who was it? It was Parisi and Brad coming in. We had the 173 for me and Bub and a 174 for Parisi and Brad. I rode with Brad today. We had a great time. It was me, Brad, Hank, and Bub in a group. as well as Kev, Fairway, Kirk, and Parisi. Shout out Kirk to condolences to JR. One of his friends passed away from complications from a car accident. So Jay was a late scratch. And Kirk stepped up for us and filled up that spot. So we appreciated Kirk. And he came out and had a pretty good day, shooting an 86, 42, 44. There's one guy I'm impressed with. I think he might have listened a little bit and took some of my advice, my guy Fairway. I mentioned last podcast, he's been trying a lot of different shit, but really just needs to get back to what he was doing because he was playing good. He was getting off the tee good, everything. Then he decided to try to swing his irons like Hank. Then he tried to swing his driver like me. And shit got a little hectic for him. It's tough to change up things, mid-season or whatever. But I said to him on the podcast, and I said to him the other day, I said, Mike, just go back to doing what you were doing. You were playing good. And as I'm looking at his card here, there's a circle on the card. Fairway won a skin on the 5th hole, the gully hole. Ended up shooting a 94, a lot better than the 100s and 105s he's been shooting. So glad to see he's going in the right direction. Parisi came in with a low on that group with the 85. So overall scores, we got Bub with 81, Parisi 85, Kirk with the 86. My Kev with the 91. Nice solid round from Kev today, 44, 47. And then we got myself with the 92, Hank with the 93, and then Fairway with the 94. Or no, excuse me, Scrounge had the 89. So Brad played some solid golf throughout the day too. I had a bad, really on 18, sent one to the woods. So to hit 3 off the tee, getting a little too aggressive, been hitting the ball well off the tee on 18. So I was got a little greedy. Greedy golf, baby. That's what we do. We play a little bit of greedy golf. And I ended up shanking one into the woods. Had to take a drop, set myself up nice, though, for my second shot. Just sailed the putt a little bit too long. But some good golf out there. We had some skins. Let's see. On our group, Bub had a skin on, what was it? Bub had a skin on 8. The hardest hole in the course, a beautiful approach shot. Hit the slope nice, fell right back down to the hole. Bub's been putting lights out lately. He put the Lombardi away for a minute, but he decided the other day on his 79 round, he pulled it back out. And when he did, I'm telling you, it made all the difference. He's been putting really well with it. He's still leaving some putts shorts, but not as many putts short. So the scores are showing. I mean, 81 today, 79 the other day. If he keeps it there, man, I'm curious to what his handicap is actually at right about now with the golf he's been playing. He's got to be down to, he might be flirting with single digits, man. He's been playing really good golf lately. So curious to see where his handicap ends up come the end of the season. Hank, not the best front 9 today, but once we told him, I said, just focus on the back, focus on the back. He kept asking me his front. He ended up, I think, he shot a 42 on the front, but he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He had a 5-hole stretch there, all pars, and then finished out with a par bogey to end the day. So overall, Hank battled back, shot a 93, 51, 42. Let's see. And then Brad shot the 45, 44. Good round from Brad. A lot of 5s on the card on the back. He pretty much 5'd out the back 9 today. Brad did. But another fun day with the pitch, putt, and puff. Who else had a birdie? Parisi had a birdie on 15, and then Kirk had the birdie on 11. Or no, was it 11? Yeah, birdie on 11. So spreading the wealth with the skins. I like the skins, especially when you see guys like Fairway grabbing a skin. He hasn't been, like I said, he hasn't been scoring good, so it's tough to win the cash when you're up in the higher numbers. You keep it in the mid 80s, low 90s. You got a chance at winning every single week. I mean, I didn't have the best round, but I kept it in the middle of the pack and ended up luckily pulling the card with Bub and taking home some cash today. So another W for Bub. Add my 3rd W of the season. Let's see. Hank's won a bunch. Jay's won a bunch. So Brad's got a few in there. Parisi's got a few. We're mixing it up. We're mixing it up, which is good to see. Like I said, Fairway grabbing a couple skins, Kirk grabbing a skin. Kirk's won the cash a few times as well. So 4th of July though, we got some big money in the pot, and some pretty good golfers out there. So your score is really going to matter. A lot of guys, shooting in the high 70s, low 80s consistently. And then you're going to mix in some of those guys who are not your everyday golfers just coming out for the holiday. We're going to be shooting in the high 90s, low 100s. So the score really does matter. And it's really all about getting picked with the right name out there on 4th of July, as it is on every Sunday with the pitch, putt, and puff. But yeah, highlights from today in our group anyway. Bub made a beautiful putt. What hole was that? I want to say it was the 4th hole. Bub buried one from like 25 feet. I'm telling you, that putter's been doing its thing for him lately. Hank getting off the tee all day, consistent, just right down the middle. There's one hole, the 10th hole though, Hank mine as well. Just put a reservation down there. He's down the right side, just inside 150, literally every single time we play that hole. So Hank, like I said, battled back on the back nine. And then Brad just plays consistent. Like he was talking to me about it today. He's just a bogey golfer, like a consistent bogey golfer. He's going to end up right around that, 17 to 19 over for the 18. Just basically bogey golf. That's what you're going to see. Especially if you can't close out putts, you got to get your chips closed. That's like my situation. My chips aren't. I was playing some pretty good flop shots today, luckily. Otherwise, I would have been in some real trouble. But got lucky with the flop a few times and just couldn't really close out those putts. So something I got to continue to work on is, especially because how good I was putting in the beginning of the season, to have that be a struggle right now is pretty frustrating. But one of these days I'll put it all together and get it all figured out. It's just a matter of consistently putting it together. My swing is just so inconsistent that it's starting to get a little frustrating out there. So I'm going to take a few days off. Got a busy week with the 4th with my job. So looking forward to the 4th. I'll get out there a few times, but for the most part, probably just play maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and use one of those rounds as a real practice round and try to fine tune some things. Something I was doing early in the year that I kind of slipped away from, and I'm doing it again, where I'm just going out there and hacking, opposed to really trying to put something together and have a good solid round. You got to practice, man. You got to put the time in. You got to practice. Something Florida Mike always says, fortunately for him, he's down in Florida, works at a range. He gets as much practice as he can in the morning, in the afternoon, whatever the case may be. So definitely benefits where someone like myself, I don't have the chance to really go practice where I can go hit a bucket of balls or just go walk around, play a few holes, try to hit this shot over the bunker, work on certain things that I want to work on. But something I'm going to really start taking advantage of on those slower rounds out there on the course, taking my time, and the mental aspect as well, just really focusing again and locking in. I noticed in the beginning of the year when I was doing that, my scores were a lot lower than what I've been shooting lately. I did, I shot 86 the other day, 84 one day. So been flirting with the 89s to 92 range lately. Not where I want to be. So 85 is my goal every time I show up to the golf course. Brad pretty much called his score today too. I said, Brad, what are you going to shoot today? Probably 88, 89. I'm aiming for an 88, but I'll end up with an 89. And sure enough, it's what he did. But yeah, 4th of July, we got Friday. We're going to have 6 groups locked in, 8 pitch putt and puff guys. Kirk's going to fill that final spot for us. So we got the whole crew. Myself, Bub, Brad, Hank, Kev, Fairway, Kirk, and JR will be the 8 guys participating in Friday's round, and then obviously we'll follow it up Sunday with a regular pitch, putt, and puff round. So a lot of golf ahead next upcoming weekend. Maybe even if guys are around, we could try to slip something in Saturday. I know people probably have cookouts and shit with the 4th and all that, but we get out there pretty early. We're usually done 12:30, 1 o'clock, just in time to get to the cookout. So it's a great time. It's a good mix of golfers, talent-wise. You got, like I said, guys shooting low, guys shooting in the middle, and guys shooting high. So it all depends on where you get that card pulled. Last year we did implement skins into it. Not sure what we're going to do again this year. I'll have to run it by Nick. Maybe I can get Nick on the podcast to break down where this whole idea of his came from and get the backstory of how he started the whole 4th of July event. And see what happens from there, but going to make this a quick one. Don't want to take up too much of people's time here because we just got the quick little recap, but see if I can get Nick on and talk a little 4th of July. Going to line up a few more guests going forward. And once again, appreciate everybody tuning into the Pitch Putt and Puff. We appreciate our sponsors as well. I want to give a big shout out to all our supporters and the sponsors: Mulligan Ware, Back Nine Botanicals, Athletic, and Trouble Off the Tee. We appreciate you guys. Going to end up doing not this coming. Matter of fact, I probably will do it this Sunday. This Sunday we're going to do Mulligan Ware giveaway. I have a couple of hats that he sent me that we'll give to. I'll figure it out. Maybe it's I'll pull a draw the same way we pull the names. I'll pick a card kind of thing, and we'll pull a draw for a couple of guys to mix it up and get their, like a raffle, get their hands on the Mulligan Ware hat. So we'll do something like that this upcoming Sunday. And also we got some things with 88 Links from the Upstate podcast. I have a few hats as well, so maybe we'll do a little giveaway on there. So once again, appreciate everybody tuning in. I do have an 88 Links hat giveaway. First one to hit me in the DMs. And let's see. Use first one to DM me the word. Let's see. Let's get a good one here. Freer. Frear. First one to DM me Freer. I'll send you a 88 Links golf hat. But appreciate everybody tuning in to the Pitch Putt and Puff podcast. Check us out on Instagram. Make sure you guys like, follow, share, subscribe to all the YouTube, the Twitter, the Instagram. We appreciate you tuning in. And we will catch you on Wednesday with the look ahead to the 4th of July.
Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burton Bogies, hole in one dream. Golf cart cruising with it.